November 14th, Showdown in the Badlands comes out. The priest cards got revealed, and oh my goodness. If you are a priest main, you will be quite happy with the game. Others will be crying and screaming and yelling because these are some good cards. More and more as I see these expansions come out since I became like a Hearthstone content creator, I used to hate Priest. I used to think that Priest was the worst class. I don't hate it anymore. I just have like a little like joking around hate for it. But I'm looking at this. I'm looking at Titans cards that came out last expansion, and I'm like, why am I not playing more Priest? There's some cool stuff going on, and let's just review some. So first off, 8 mana Elise Badlands Savior. It's a 5/5, and the battle cry: if your deck has no duplicates, summon 4/4 copies of 4 random minions in your deck. So this is a Highlander synergy card, which means that you don't have any duplicates. There can be only one, and this one is going to have some busted potential. There's a lot of cards that Priest has that, minion wise, of course, and it doesn't even have to be a Priest minion card. It could be any minion card. The amount of stuff you're going to be able to do with this, the interactions that are going to pull from those 4 cards, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a late game, a late turn game with this interaction because it's 8 mana, but still, this one is going to cause people to be upset about playing against Priest. Absolutely, I will expect it. Next up, 4 mana Pip the Potent, a 3/5 minion with a battle cry. Copy each one cost card in your hand. And we know there's a lot of 1 cost cards for Priest that make things difficult. This one will be interesting to see play. It's a 4 mana. So you'll be able to do some busted things with those as well. Again, if you're a Priest main, you're going to be eating good this expansion. 4 mana Posse Possession. Summon a 4/4 copy of a random minion in your opponent's hand. This is... Listen, if you know what your opponent's playing, if you know what your opponent, what type of deck they have, this could cause your opponent to just give up. Even though it's a copy, if they have something really cool that you have a feeling that they have because their next turn is going to come up and it's usually when it's being played, you to be able to do that and throw that down first doesn't mean you're stealing it completely. It just means you're having a copy of it, but this one will swing the game in your favor, absolutely. Next up, 3 mana Benevolent Banker. I love the art on this one. I love the full art on this one. It's 2/4 battle cry. Discover a spell from your deck in the quick draw, which means that you play it the same time that you draw it, is enemy deck instead. This one's cool as well, especially, like I said, if you know what you're playing against, you might find something that tickles your fancy and you said, hey, I want this instead of taking a copy of one of my own, and it could swing the game, absolutely. Next up, 6 mana Thirsty Drifter. It's a 4/6 with Taunt. It costs 1 less for each 1 cost card you've played this game. We've seen some synergies here. There is 1 cost cards going to be played. So I think this one will be very, very low cost for Priest players completely. Next up, 5 mana Swarm of Light Bugs. Summon 10 1/1 light bugs with lifesteal. Save any excess in a 1 cost bottle. So, if you heard what I said before, you'll be able to play 1 cost. Here's the light bugs. It's 1 mana 1/1 beast with lifesteal. And then, so let's say you have enough room for 5 little light bugs on the board. The excess will go into this little 1 mana spell. And then you could just copy it to your heart's content with the other synergies that we just talked about. I like this. I'm interested to see how the interaction and the gold animation. I want to see what this looks like golden, because it looks really cool. I'm interested in seeing this one be played. I'm probably not going to be interested in playing against this one, but you know what it is. Next up, 4 mana Invasive Shadeleaf. Deal 8 damage to an enemy minion. Save any excess damage in a 1 cost bottle. And then here's the bottle. Deal the excess damage to an enemy minion. I like that it's saying enemy minion, it doesn't say enemy, so this means this is not going to hit your face. But this is pretty cool. Will I I think it's going to be used a lot? I don't know. I mean, there's so many big minions that are out there these days. I don't know if you'd want to use this for 4 mana. We'll see. It's still too new, and I'm not the priest expert, so I'm not 100% sure. It's a cool looking card, and the interaction looks interesting. Next up, 4 mana Tram Heist. Get a copy of each card your opponent played last turn. It's a common card. It's a common card. Get a copy of each card your opponent played last turn. So, I have a feeling that we will see this one a lot. And I have a feeling I'm going to say many, many swear words when facing an opponent that has this in their deck. 2 times. Twice. Like, we'll be seeing this twice. Yeah, this card is broken and should be nerfed into oblivion, and I never want to look at it again. Just kidding. 3 mana Injured Hauler. It's a 3/7 with the Battle Cry. Deal 4 damage to this minion. If you have the Overheal effect on, it deals 2 damage to all enemy minions. For 3 mana common. Oh my goodness. These cards are really good. In my opinion, I think this card is very good. I also think the art is really cool as well. So, last up for the day. 2 mana Holy Spring Water. It's a holy spell. Hey, there's a shocker. Restore 8 health to a damaged character. Save any excess in a 1-cost bottle, and the 1-cost bottle will restore the excess health to a damaged character. I want to see the golden version of this one as well. But look, it's another 1 mana spell. So again, the interaction with 1 mana spells, the interaction with the first couple that I discussed. There's going to be some crazy stuff happening for Priest. The Priest stock went up exponentially this expansion, and while Priest is not doing terrible right now, it's just, there's a couple other classes that are much higher on the food chain. This expansion is going to bring Priest higher in the win rates, I would imagine. Of course, this could be completely wrong because we still have all these other classes. We have Demon Hunter we're going to get in for the rest of the cards on. We're going to get Mage, we're going to get Paladin. Hey, look, Demon Hunter is the last in the win rates. Is Demon Hunter going to be, up there? Is it going to move up a little bit? Or is it going to stay on the bottom of the win rates? Time will tell. I will do a video for each class as it comes through, and then I'm going to do something with all of the other neutral cards. That's a lot of cards to be discussing in one video, so I'll get through it. Enough rambling. Have a good night, and I will see you on the next video.